Hey everyone, welcome back and happy Saturday. Okay, guys, so we have a lot to talk about because it looks like some of our former Real Housewives of Beverly Hills, because for sure it's not anyone current, are being exposed by another reality TV star for having a threesome. Yeah, you heard that right. And we're going to play the video for you. We're going to break it all down. But before we do, I just want to go ahead and say thank you guys yesterday for tuning in to our Hot Messy Topics with Jessica Nixon. We had the best time. And also, we have a lot coming up in the next week or so, getting into the holidays. And next week is Thanksgiving. So if that's something that you do with your family, I am just sending you all the positive vibes. And if you guys are just waiting for the shopping after, I am sending you all of the positive vibes and a good strong elbow in case you're doing it in person and not online. Let's go. Cause no one can do it like we do it, like we do it, like we do it. Cause no one can do it like we do it, like we do it, like we do it. All right, guys. So there is this guy. His name is Garrett Morosky, and he's alleging that he had a threesome with two of the Real Housewives of Beverly Hills. And he was also on a show called Boy Island. F-Boy Island. Yeah. So am I surprised that he is putting this out there? No. He is an alum of a show called Boy Island. This feels like it's very on brand, but we're going to break it down. Here we go. Oof. Thank you to Reality Blurb. Garrett Morosky said on a podcast this week that he once had a threesome with a couple of Real Housewives of Beverly Hills stars. Now, he spoke to host Marco Del Vecchio, or Vecchio. The F-Boy Island alum looked back on the supposed rendezvous with the unnamed ladies, noting that he actually played with one of their kids and shook one of their husband's hands before later being threatened by that very same man who seemingly learned of the tumultuous affair. Okay, so I already have my guesses as to who this is. I feel like it's pretty freaking obvious, but I want you guys to just pause this video really quick and start commenting and give me your original guess. And then by the end of it, tell me if you agree with my guess. But wait. Back to it. So, did I ever tell you I smashed two of the Beverly Hills housewives? I shook their husband's hand after. I had a threesome with her and one of her friends, who's also on the show, midday in her husband's bed. Ugh. That's what he said on the November 16th episode of Smoochie Town. And then after that, I went back and was jumping on a trampoline with her kid and stuff. Bro, it was the most ridiculous thing. But following the incident, Garrett remained at the Real Housewives of Beverly Hills cast member's home, and he was shocked to see that her husband had arrived back at the residence. All of a sudden, her husband shows up, comes over, and I'm like, fuck, what do I do? And she's just like, just say that you're like a real estate agent and you're like checking out the house. And at the time I was doing some real estate. So I was like, okay, cool. But the drama didn't end there. Later, Garrett received a message from the husband requesting a meeting between the two of them, which he ultimately chose to take. You got balls, buddy. You got balls to sit there and know that you are hooking up with his wife, and then he calls you for a meeting, and then you're like, you know what? I'll take that meeting. I'll go meet up with you after I just slept in your bed and hooked up in your bed with your wife and played with your kids after. Yeah, that sounds like a great idea. Okay, so if I have any questions, one of them is not, why was this guy on Boy Island? I'll tell you that. So I go to this dinner, he continued with and said, and I'm like, hey, what's up, man? How's it going? And he's with this dude that looks like Secret Service. And he's like, listen, if you ever come around my family or my kids again, my buddy right here will take care of you. So that was kind of the general consensus of it. But I'm going to play you guys the audio. This is the guy, which the guy's a good looking guy. I feel like, okay, you know, it's not like hard to believe what he's saying, especially because once you listen to it for yourself, again, I want you to post who you think it is. I'm going to play you the video right now. Here we go. Thank you to our friend Steve at Faces by Bravo.
Smashed two of the Beverly Hills housewives. I shook their husband's hand after.
Wait, you had a threesome with him?
Yeah.
No way.
Yeah, her and one of her friends, who's also on the show. Midday.
Midday?
Yeah, in her husband's bed. And then after that, I went in the back and was jumping on a trampoline with like her kid and stuff. Bro, it was the most ridiculous
Yeah, I
thing.
know exactly what you're talking about.
All of a sudden, her husband shows up, comes over, and I'm like, what do I do? And she's like, just say that you're like a real estate agent here, like checking out the house. And at the time, I was doing some real estate. So I was like, okay, cool. Like, I'll just say
those acting classes paid off.
And bro, I get a text message from him saying, I'd love to meet you. Come meet up with me in Beverly Hills. I want to chat some business and stuff like that. Like, I might have some stuff for you. It's the first time I've ever told this story. So I go to this dinner and I'm like, hey, what's up, man? How's it going? And he's like with this dude who's like, looks like he's like Secret Service. And he's like, listen, if you ever come around my family or my kids ever again, my buddy right here will take care.
That's terrifying, I'm going to say the least. But yes, I saw, actually, let me pull that back up because I want to see what some of the other people's guesses are. It's Carlton and Brandy, but I'm not surprised. Carlton is dark. Definitely Dorit. Name them. Taylor, Crystal, Dorit, Teddy, Carlton, Brandy, Denise. Begging for attention much? If y'all believe him, you're pathetic. Lies. I honestly believe it, and I think it was Carlton and Brandy. I think that would be the best guess, especially because Carlton and Brandy were very open with each other on the show, and they had this chemistry, and you can call it whatever kind of chemistry. You can call it emotional, mental, sexual, whatever you want to label the kind of chemistry that Brandy and Carlton had. They had it. They had something going on. And if you guys don't remember, Carlton had to put her super gothic mansion on the market. So, yeah, I'm going to say Carlton and Brandy for the win, especially because Brandy, she's been very open about, she hooked up with Max's friend in Amsterdam. Do you guys remember the episode where she slaps Lisa Vanderpump? She hooked up with Max's friend, Max Todd. The guy was, I think, like, 22 years old. And she's like, do I want to hang out with a bunch of women who don't like me? Or do I want to go out with a hot 22-year-old or 24-year-old, whatever the fuck he was? It doesn't matter. But she's very open about these things. And for Carlton, she had a sex dungeon. She had a place where she would go with her husband, and there was also a lot of just energy there that it doesn't make it hard to believe. So my guess is I am not going with Dorit. It's for damn sure not Crystal. I'm not going to say Teddy. Definitely not Kyle. It wasn't Erica, because then there would be nobody else involved. It's not Denise. It's not Sutton for sure. 100% not Garcelle. Not Lisa Vanderpump. And it's not Adrienne Maloof. It's not Kim Richards. Like, guys, break this down. If, in fact, this guy is telling the truth, which I know that some people were saying lies, I believe it, then I'm going to go with Carlton and Brandy. But I want to hear what you guys think. So go ahead and comment below. I actually should make a poll out of this. I'm going to make a poll and I'm going to give you guys some options. And then I'm going to make the fourth option, because for the polls in the community tab, you can only put 4 options. I'm going to make the last one, I don't believe him, because maybe you don't believe him. Maybe you think that he's just saying something for attention, because the Real Housewives of Beverly Hills are back on our TV screens right now. And it's a hot show. And this does, I mean, look, he's all over Page 6, all over all of these major media publications, and we are talking about it. So anyways, I hope you guys have a great Saturday. I'm going to... I think it's called an oyster broil, a low country oyster broil over here in the swamp. I will post on social media because I have no clue what the hell I'm getting into, but it does give back to the animals that have been, have lost their lives and their homes in the Ukraine. So at least it's for a good cause. Love you guys. Happy Saturday. I'm not laughing at that. I'm just saying, like, I don't know where my head's at today. I love you guys.